Hey everybody, it is Whitney or Darth Crow with no drinking in the library. I am back after a long awaited time. I don't know. Anyway, so you can tell I've already been drinking and getting ready for you guys because I've been reading The Night Watch. It's a movie I've been wanting to watch on Netflix for a while, but I owned the book and I felt as though I had to read it before I could watch it. Do any of you guys know what I'm talking about? You know that guilt that you feel as a bookworm when there's a book and a movie and you're like, "Oh fuck, maybe I should read it first?" Well, that's me. So I read it. So tonight I get to watch it, but I really want to talk to you guys about it first. So, here is to no drinking in the library. That's why we drink at home, and I'm bad to the bone doing it. Disney nerd. Cheers. Stay tuned. Night watch. Hey guys, it is Whitney again, and I have been reading The Night Watch by Sergei Lukyanenko. I'm sorry. I I keep choosing foreign authors to read because I really enjoy it, and I really like experiencing things and traveling and going all these places. So I like to read a book from a novel perspective, a native's perspective, although it's translated in English, and I do appreciate that. But the reason that I got in touch with this is because my friend Carol gave me this book randomly one day. And she just, she'd read it and thought that maybe I'd enjoy it. So, I kind of held on to it in my bookshelves. And then Netflix, I'm a big Netflix person. I'm a really big fan of the whole idea that Netflix should be like a dating site. So, like you log in with your zip code and you binge watch Supernatural for, like a couple of days or something, and zombie monkey. Um, but so you binge watch the Supernatural, and after like 6 hours, and they're like, are you still here? And they keep asking you that question. They ask you all kinds of personal questions on Netflix. But anyway, after a certain while, they're like, hey, dude, you totally have another single here. Okay. I'm not stealing this material. This is like real. This is all over Pinterest and Facebook and I don't know, all the things. Anyway, I agree. It should be a dating site too. Hashtag why I'm single. Anyway, so Night Watch is on Netflix. And I thought that that would be a really kind of cool thing to possibly watch. So I decided to go ahead and pick this book up off my shelf because I have a giant shelf full of books that I've 90% read them, but there are 10% that I haven't because I throw a book up there every now and again that I haven't read because I have a stack. Who has a giant stack of to do? Right? Like a huge stack. Anyway, so I picked up this book, and it is the paperback version of very tiny text is a whopping 455 pages. So, like, you are committing to read this book. And it's a solid read. It's dense. But oh my God, is it good? This is like this really quick modern day. It's like a thriller, but it's very cerebral. So it's a horror novel, and okay, there's a thing called the Twilight, and not like the sparkly vampires, but the really cool, the thin veil between the two realms of the waking world and the Twilight. So if you are an other or a supernatural type person, vampire, werewolf, witch, sorceress, whatever it may be, then you have the ability to kind of like close your active eye and activate your inactive eye or the twilight, and you kind of go into this gray realm where everything's a little bit fuzzy and you're going into another environment, and within this environment it's like this weird so you have the good side or the light side, you have the bad side or the dark side. You know, the people that are in it for themselves and the people who are sacrificing themselves constantly for the good of others. Those are the two realms. So, like, not necessarily good and evil, but just sacrificing and self-serving. So those are the two realms. But then you have something called the Twilight. And the Twilight is accessible to both sides, but it's also this weird living, breathing entity that's kind of its own, the super savage nature. So like the Ents in Tolkien, you know, like it's a nature driven society, and it's like, it's mostly moss and like this weird like psychic power shit. But anyway, it's its own character, and it can fucking fuck your shit up when you get in there if you're not careful, if you're not paying attention. I digress. So there's a main character by his name is Anton. Is how I'm saying it out loud to myself. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Like when you're reading something constantly. I think we've talked about this before, but where you're reading something constantly and it is whatever you may say it is, you're pronouncing something the whole way, and then somebody else pronounces it, you're like, bitch, please. That's not how we pronounce that word. How I pronounce it. So Anton goes on this thing, and he finds this woman with this evil vortex curse over her head, and I'm not going to give out the rest. Just know that hijinks ensue, and you find out that she has a curse, and then you find out that she's a powerful sorceress, but she doesn't know it. It's very Harry Potter. You're a wizard, but not really, because, like, you know, they date and shit. It's a little bit more adult. But it's not adult, like, as in, like, the nudie shit. That would be a lot more fun. Anyway, for real, it's a really good book. So I'm really kind of excited to see the movie. Have any of you seen the movie yet? And you didn't know that it was a book? It's based in Moscow, so it's a Russian novel. Sergei, you know, he's Russian, and I hear it's really fucking good. The book is amazing. You need to pick it up. It's a little bit of a slow read, so like when you're starting to read it, you're kind of like, okay, this is really cool, and then you're like, you get about halfway through, and you're like, damn, fuck, like I've got like this much page left. And that's a lot of page left. And then you're like, you get like, God, there's still a lot to go. And like, you know, a lot can happen. I mean, like, I get to this part of a novel and then, like, my whole world can change. Okay. Anyway, it's a really good book. I definitely suggest it. Pick it up, read it, and maybe have a zombie monkey porter drink while you're at it. Because it's fucking tasty as well. And, you know, just keep hanging out. Keep reading the shit. Give me some suggestions. I'm glad to be back. I keep disappearing, but, you know, I'm really back. I got a lot of things going on. I got art. I got leather. I got shit. But I'm really excited to be back. So, stay tuned because, like, in the gag reels, I'm going to give a little bit of a little something little. Maybe. See? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No. Fuck. No drinking in the library show. You're back. So, I get sent some stuff sometimes to read and review. But, like, what happens when you get something you really don't like? But you're, like, a really fucking nice person. Do you review it and give a bad review? Period. Next paragraph. Or do you just keep your fucking mouth shut? I don't know. What do you guys think? You tell me in the comments, or send me a message, or chug a beer and slam it the fuck down. I don't know. I don't know. Just tell me. You tell me. What should I do? Do I talk about a book that I really don't want to talk about? Or do I just say fuck it and pretend like I never got the book? You tell me. And in the meantime, keep Austin batty. I fucking love them. Have you ever gotten the Bat Box? It's awesome. I really want it. I know I live in Tennessee, but I'm a Texan at heart. Like, they do everything bigger and better and more awesome and battier. So, like, check them out. Let me know what you think. Will you tell me? Okay. Bye. See you later.